Hey guys, it is Deandra Shana of the DC Power Hour, and we are still interviewing ladies for Boss Babe Week. And we have recording artist, performer, and dancer Taise with us.
Hi.
Oh, how are you, Taise?
Good,
Thank
how
you
are
for
you?
coming to
Thank
the
you for
DC
inviting
Power Hour.
me.
So, I wanted to talk to you about who Taise is.
Thais is a performer. She's high energy, she's vibrant, she's positive, she's a battery. She just wants to get things started.
I'm sure I've seen your work, and you are quite the talent when it comes to the dance floor,
Thank you.
honey.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about how you got involved with performing with dancing. Like what inspired you?
So I got out of a 4-year relationship where I was supporting him, and I'm always a very big supporter. And he was an artist as well, and so I really just wanted him to do his thing. I was like, oh my god, like in love with the potential. And then I've always been into music and singing and dancing, but my whole life I've been a softball player, and so I never really had time to pursue anything else
I see.
but play softball. And then I went to college, so I graduated in 2021, and I was in that relationship up until 20 last year of 20 like August, around that time, when I broke up with him. And then I kind of was just like, you know, I want to do that. I want to pursue music. Since I was little, I've always wanted to sing and dance. And I knew I could sing. And my mom was like, oh, I'm going to take you on like Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento, or
Oh,
like
yes, yes,
American
yes.
Idol or something like that. But like, obviously, it never happened. But
Right.
when I broke up with him, and then I was just feeling one day like I was singing music because I was like kind of just like sad or whatever. And then I put the song Que Nadie Sepa Mi Sufrir by La Sonora Dinamita. And I was singing it, and then for some reason I was just like, I want to record myself. And so I recorded myself. And then without even like just, I didn't even listen to it. I just went to freaking Pepe Garza's thing, and I sent it to him. I sent him a video of me singing, and he liked it, and then he had followed me.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, okay.
This could be something
I was like,
here.
okay, he
Yeah.
followed me. He doesn't follow. He's only following 2,000 people, and he has like almost 1 million followers. I'm like, okay, he didn't follow me for no reason.
Right.
And so I was kind of took that as like, okay, I have something. Someone sees I have something. I'm like, maybe I should do it.
Right.
And then I started like, I came back home and I started going out downtown just to dance, because I like dancing. And it's kind of like my own type of therapy. I'd be the first one on the dance floor, the last one off, lights are on, and I'm still like, otra, 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 trying to dance. And people would ask me, they're like, are you like a professional dancer? And then it got to the point where I was like, you know what, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say it because everyone thinks I am. So I'm like, you know what, yeah. And then I seen Chocolate dancing.
Oh, yes.
And I was like,
We love
oh my
chocolate.
God. I was like, look at him go. And I was like, I feel like I have his energy. I was like, I could definitely,
Yes.
like, I'm like, I could help, like, add on to that chocolate and la caramela. I was like, and then we both like dancing banda and quebradita. So I was
Yeah.
like, that would be cool. And so I saw David was his manager, and I hit him up and I was like, hey, like, I think I have, like, some type of potential. I can sing, I can dance, I play the maracas, I can play other instruments as well. And then he was like, okay, call me. And so we talked for like an hour or so just about all the things that I could have going on and my situation. And he basically encouraged me, and he told me, yeah, keep going. I'll talk to you soon. I might be busy sometimes, but I'll be in contact. And then sure enough, like a month later, I met Chocolate. And since then, the ball's been like just rolling.
So are you guys more of a team, or are you guys more of an independent, you and Chocolate?
Probably more independent units. But whenever he needs me there and he wants me there, I'm always going to be there for him because he always comes through for me, and he just does his thing. And I really support him in that way because you don't see a lot of people that proudly want to do what he's doing.
Yes.
And then even through all the like the hate and the BS that people throw at him, he's like this genuine from the heart. That's him. So yeah, I'm always there to support that.
I want to talk about your style. You have a very unique style. You're a gorgeous girl.
Thank you.
And obviously, as a dancer, fashion plays a part.
Yeah.
So, what inspires you? Like, what fashion inspirations do you use when you're doing your performances, your dancing performances?
So I really, really like tassels because I love quebradita, and I like how it shows the movement. of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And a big performer that really inspired me was like Selena. I love her, like the bell bottom, that type of thing, like the low waisted, the nice rhinestones, everything. I like shiny bling.
Sexy.
Yes. So I want to do like pieces like that, flared, but adding tassels to it and like
Right.
all that together. I'm just one of those like antes muerta que sencilla.
Yeah.
So I'm like everything's got to be shiny, blinged out.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially as a performer, it's very important to stand out. Like, obviously, if you want to get the proper attention, to get the proper audience, you want to be able to put yourself out there. And what
Yeah.
better way to do it than to do it in the name of fashion?
And then people always like I've seen people and they look at me and they're like, I'm trying to like figure out your style. I'm like, I mean, just don't like, it's just whatever I feel like that day. Because I have so many different ways that I can dress too. But it really just depends on like how I'm feeling.
Do you feel like artists should have like a look, an image in order to make themselves stand out? Or do you feel like it's okay to kind of like not have like that? Like you have dancers or singers that, are banda, mariachi, you have, R&B, things like that, but they all have a specific look for the most part. Do you think that's important in industry?
I feel like it is, but as long as you own it and you're true to it, I feel like as long as you like it, I feel like no one should really like tell you otherwise, because that's literally just like your own, what you like to do.
Right. But do you feel that it helps you attract an audience when you have a specific look? Because
I think so, but I think also people like to see you change it up, or like, oh, what is she gonna wear today? Like, oh, what is she gonna do now? Like, how is she gonna be like? How is she gonna top her last outfit? Like, she looks great now, but oh my god, like, what is she gonna wear then? Like, keep people guessing, like, because if you're wearing the same things over and over again, then it's just like, oh, she just wears that. But if you keep it like spicy, people like to look at like you in different things, different kind of attention grabbers.
This is true. Like when I saw you at the chocolate shoot, when I seen those shorts with those, I was like, yes, girl.
Thank you.
And you have this. The thing that I like about you too is the way that you dress for the curve that you have, because you have a beautiful, unique curve about you that it's very hard to see that's natural anymore.
Thank you.
So when you dress, it shows off the curve, but it's not a lot. Do you ever get concerned with that, as far as like your curves and things like that? Like what would you say to females who are in the industry, because it is a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, not on certain sides, I will say, because there's two different types of industries, and a lot of people don't know that. There's an industry where it's very standard Hollywood, right? But on the side of the industry that you and I are both on, it's more like Chicano, Hispanic, and even like on the black side, where curves are very much celebrated. So what do you feel that it's of concern to you to represent for ladies who do have curves, especially in the dance world? Because we know how the dance world is.
Yeah, I'm one of those, like, if you have it, shake it, flaunt it, like you worked hard for it, or if you just have it. Some people don't have it, but it's like celebrate who you are,
Right.
As like, it's just your body, it's natural, have pride in it. And I've had people that come to me like, you don't get like that, you don't get concerned like you're showing this and that, but I'm like, we all have like the same thing,
Right.
Some of us are bigger, some of us are smaller, but it's like, I'm just dancing at the end of the day. It just happens to be moving. I'm sorry.
Right. No, I mean, and that's the thing. You'll be surprised how many females are trying to get into the industry that you are in, especially in dance, like I said, because dance is standardly known for a more aesthetic where there's not really much there, we'll say.
Yeah.
Like in the curve department, like in the thigh area, the backside area, the front area. So when it comes to dance, how do you manage to be able to do the movements that you make without having to feel that type of insecurity?
It's all about just like rhythm and timing for me. You just gotta know what you got and know how to move it.
Yeah.
And you can make any song, you can make anything sound great just by having better dances, and just by feeling the song and knowing how to move your body to it and just feeling the rhythm. I feel like that is like a way to just like bring it all together.
Now, do you recommend for anyone who's trying to get into the industry, especially with dance, do you feel like class is necessary? Choreography class?
If you can't dance, then maybe, yeah, I would say so. Because if you can't form those dance moves in your head and naturally, then yeah, I feel like that's something that's helpful. But somebody who is naturally like just has dance move, those can be incorporated into your choreography as well. So things that come to you naturally, and then they can add on to it or whatever. But I feel like you don't need choreography classes, or you can, like everyone does nowadays, go on TikTok,
YouTube.
go on YouTube. You can find people that do choreography, and you can make your own stuff up too. But I pretty much just like to like feel the music, and whatever the song makes me want to do, how it makes me want to move, I just let it happen, and that kind of turns into choreography for me.
Yeah. No, because you're an absolute natural. Like, I look at you and I'm like, girl, yes.
Thank you.
How important do you think that social media has been for your career?
Very important because, like I said, I just sent a video out, and then he followed me, and I'm like, I didn't even and then I got him replying to me like voice messages, like it was actually him. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That literally just like that, I sent it, and then the next day, I was like, that is crazy.
Yeah.
But it honestly can propel you really quickly. Really quickly. It can open up a lot of doors. Like, you don't have to go to somebody's door to reach out to a record label. You can literally message somebody, email somebody, post a video, and somebody could send it. Somebody could see you randomly. It literally is like right place, right time, being prepared.
It's a lot easier. I have a previous guest that we were talking about this, where back in the day you used to have to knock on doors, go to studios, and hey, I'm here.
That's what my dad was saying. He's like, I have a whole he's like, demo tapes, cards, business cards.
Yeah.
Now you have everything on your phone.
Yeah.
Literally everything on your phone.
Do you come from a family of performers?
I do. So, well, not my immediate family, but a lot of my cousins, like KNS Rockstar, he was actually on Soul Train. He was a dancer too.
Oh, nice.
My nephew, he's 17 right now, but he's a performer as well, and he's a rapper. My dad was actually working in the industry for a while, doing like film and the crew, and working around with other bands, doing stuff like that. So I've had a lot of experience because my grandpa also was a pastor in Louisiana style, and in the church we have a lot of music.
Yeah.
And so I grew up listening to that kind of music.
Soulful
music, Spanish music, like my mom's music, funk music from my coach. I had a bunch of different
Oh, so it was already in you to be able to. This was supposed to be.
That's what my dad said.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was like, you were made for the camera.
You were made. You come from a bloodline of performers, and like the music actually speaks to you, and that's where you obtain this from, because you're such an amazing talent.
Thank you.
Have you found it tough as a female in the industry to break into the industry?
To be honest, it's only been a year of me saying that I wanted to make music, and a lot of opportunities have opened themselves up to me, but it's because I took those chances. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared to go by myself. I wasn't scared to say, hey, I do this. I also do this. Oh, I wasn't scared to go and, dance and show them what I got.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I didn't think it was hard because this is all kind of fun for me. It's hard, but at the same time, it's a challenge, and I want to take on this challenge and do it. So it's kind of me just chasing one of my biggest things I've ever thought of. Yeah. This is me since I was little, thinking about it, wanting to do it, but I never thought I would actually do it. And now that I have the chance to do it and it's happening, and it's I just need to focus, do my music, and start performing, which I am going to start doing a bunch of shows soon.
Oh, great. Well, we're going to talk about those a little bit later on. Yeah. So what made you finally say, okay, I'm going to go for this now?
It really was when Pepe Garza followed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was because I've been saying I want to go on Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento. And I was going to go audition. It was on my mom's birthday. But at the same time, I was a head varsity softball coach at Estancia High School in Costa Mesa. And I had scheduled the game that day because we make the schedule, in advance. And I was like, oh, I can't go to the audition. It was in Santa Ana, which is right up the street from Costa Mesa.
Yes.
And I couldn't go, and the next one was going to be further away, and I'm still a coach. I can't just leave. So I was like, oh, man, I missed it.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I didn't get to go, but I'm going to send this to him. And then that happened. And I was like, you know what? No. I'm like, I could do something.
On your own independently. And so this is the purpose of this month, is we're celebrating women who are independents, women who are out there, they're go-getters, and they go for what it is that they love and what they want. Do you think if you had this type of drive that you would be in the position that you're in?
No. So I was a Division I athlete, and growing up, I always had male coaches, and they never babied us. Anybody that knows my coaches and all my teammates, we know we did not get babied at all. Like, no sugarcoating at all. So I grew up kind of like tough. It was all about how you bounce back. Like, how much do you want it? Like, we've all been in the mud, literally in the mud, crying, knees bloody, like tears, tired, but we still have to keep going, you know? Do you want to win or do you not want to win?
Right.
So that's why it's in me, and I'm my own biggest, worst critic, to be honest.
Yeah.
People tell me, oh, you sound good. And I'm like, no, I didn't like, all I can hear is where I sound bad. And that makes me want to be better.
It makes you want to perfect.
Exactly. That people tell me, they're like, dude, you're like a perfectionist. I'm like, but that's good, because I'm never going to settle. And I don't want to put something out there that's not going to sound great.
Right.
So it's like, even, I also used to do nails. I don't really do nails as much anymore because I'm trying to focus on this.
Right.
And it was hard for me to keep a real schedule with my clients because, David can call you at any minute. And he's like, hey, come to Burbank at 3. It's 1 o'clock. I'm like, okay, let's see if I make it. And
that's something about David. He will have you working.
Yeah, and so I was like, I can't miss out on opportunities like this. And so I told my clients, I'm like, I'm going to take a step back from doing nails, which they were upset about. But they understood because they saw what I was trying to do. They saw how determined I was. And so it was hard for me to keep that schedule, and so I kind of backed off a little bit. But even with that, my clients loved me because they would come back 4 or 6 weeks later with their sets still on, because everything I wanted to do is going to be perfect, I want you, that's my work on your hands. You're going to be walking out. People are going to be like, who did your nails? I want you to be like, yeah, Taise did this.
Yes.
And it was cool because all my clients 100% will ride for me. There are some girls that are like, I don't even get my nails done anymore because it's just not the same.
Oh, wow.
No, yeah. Girls would wait until I would come back from college every 6 months for me to do their nails. And I would make 3 weeks of availability. As soon as I opened it, a week and a half is gone. 2 weeks gone.
That says a lot about you and your talent in every way.
Thank you.
Like you perfect your craft. You do what you're supposed to do in order to make sure that women look beautiful. And also it boils over into your musical career. So speaking of musical career, what genre would you associate your music to be?
I do mostly Spanish music, a lot of merengue, cumbia type of beats, mambo. I like things that make you want to dance, like happy summer music. I also do some corridos too. That's more for the emotional type thing. But I really like all genres of music. There's not anything I could say that I don't like, but it's more so about the beat. If it's an upbeat song, or if it makes me feel something, it makes me remember something, or reminds me of somebody or a certain situation, I'm going to like that song.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I have a specific genre, because I hear beats all day long and I like different genres of them. I like a bunch of different kind of genres, and I can pretty much sing or rap to English or Spanish to a lot of different styles. And that's what people have noticed about me too. They're like, you just do every style. But I do want to focus mostly on probably cumbias and stuff like that.
Yeah. Stuff
to get the people dancing, bring people together. Because that's what I want to do ultimately, sing and dance, perform.
Yeah. But I think you absolutely have it in you. You're a talent in your own right. Now, speaking of the genre of music, as an Afro-Latina woman, how easy has it been for you to be accepted in that realm?
To be honest, my whole life, it's been kind of even at school, they're like, oh, you're not really black. I'm okay. But then I go try to hang out with Mexican girls. They're like, oh, it's the black girl. I'm like, no, guys. I'm both. But then they realize oh, you speak Spanish. You grew up in a Mexican household. They're like, oh, no, you're like one of us. And I'm like, yeah, guys, And even when I go places, I hate to admit it, but yeah, people look at me kind of crazy sometimes. And then they hear the Spanish and they're like, okay,
Hold
you're
on a
cool.
minute.
You're cool.
Okay.
Now you're cool.
Wait. We're going to talk about that. Yes, we are, because you and I can both relate to this. What does that make you feel? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be loved and accepted as human beings as a whole, as people as a whole. We're two amazing people. You're very vibrant and very vibrant. The idea that it takes a hola. Oh, okay, you're cool now, girl.
Yeah, it's
Before
like,
we're not messing with you, but now it's cool.
yeah, it sucks. It really does. I wish it wasn't like that, but it's like,
I mean, but that's part of it.
yeah.
It's part of it.
But then so you just gotta show people like, you can't just like judge everybody. You can't.
But do you really think that's your job, though?
What?
If that makes sense. Like, do you really think that it's your job to remove the ignorance from another?
It's not my job to, but just being me, I feel like helps people see like, okay, like,
Yeah.
maybe we shouldn't be too quick to say something.
Yeah.
Because you can get people talking right behind you in line in Spanish, and you're just like, si sabes que te entiendo, and then they're like, ah.
But it shouldn't.
I'm like, bro, what?
But this is how I see it. If you were not talking shit in the first place, you wouldn't have to do that.
Exactly. So some people need to just change. Some people are just like that, Some people
Yeah.
are just like that.
Yeah.
So it's not our job to change that, but like, we just gotta act unbothered really by it.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do. Like if I go somewhere that I haven't been before, and like, there's clubs that I gone before that are predominantly, Hispanic, and then I walk in and they're just like, I just go in there and I do my thing.
Yeah.
I don't even try to like make friends with other people.
Right,
I just go
right.
and dance, and eventually they want to come and dance with me. Oh yeah, I'll dance with you.
Yeah.
Like make friends.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, she's
I'm
cool.
the opposite. I mean, don't get your ass away from me. We're mean.
It depends on how they come to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes, but like if they didn't say anything to me, then yeah, I'm gonna just be like over there doing my thing, having fun. Like I'm not trying to like get in any fights. I just came to dance.
Right. But the consensus of the question is how much do you think that it affects your career? Because obviously you're looking at you're the whole package.
Thank you.
You're very much, you have the beauty, you have the singing talent, you have the dancing talent, but do you feel like it's a little bit more difficult to break through the door because of this uniqueness that you have?
To be honest, I haven't felt any barriers like that. Like just in a sense, like feeling at the beginning, but then like right afterwards, or like as soon as they hear me sing, they're like, they love me.
Yeah.
People want to come and just dance with me. Guys send their wives over to come and dance with me,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I don't know. I just haven't felt like, I feel like if anything, it's an advantage.
Absolutely.
Like,
100%.
because I'm different. They're like, look at this girl. They're like, she came out of nowhere and all of a sudden she's dancing cumbias and quebradita. Oh, when I start doing the quebradita, they're like, what?
Oh, forget it. Yeah.
They're like, where do you know how to dance? I'm like, my mom's from Jalisco. And they're like, ah.
Yeah.
Then they're okay. But, I don't know. I feel like it's an advantage for me. I see it like that. Some people may see it as it being like something to overcome, but I use it to my advantage.
Yeah. Absolutely. As you should. Honestly, I would say that deep down inside, I think you're really making a change out there. Because right now, like we have chocolate over here on this side with the corridos and
Yeah.
that type. And that's beautiful representation for yourself. We're over here in the merengue market, which in a sense, it's a lot of us, but nobody really knows.
Yeah.
Because nobody really sees. And honestly, it's nice to have someone like you that's a representation, that's loud and proud, and that says, you know what, I'm a dancer, I'm a performer, and this is the kind of music that I have, and we're out here, so get used to that. Mm-hmm. But that's a beautiful thing. So let's talk about some of the projects that you've done and that you have upcoming.
Mm-hmm. So my most recent my most recent project that I did was I was in a music video with Luis R. Conriquez and Dare from Taise de la Sierra. It was the Christmas dembow, Feliz Navidad.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and so I got to dance in that, which was awesome. And then from there, it was cool. It was just making a bunch of connections, getting to meet people in the industry. And I have other video shoots set up for the next couple weeks too. I'm going to be working on some music videos for my own songs.
Oh, that's great.
So hopefully That goes out good. More photo shoots, and if there's any photographers that would like to work with me, just shoot me a DM. I'm always open to doing that, and I'm planning on doing more collabs with other artists, more features, more more features and videos, pretty much. I'm also going to be planning on doing more shows. I have an upcoming show on the 20th of December at Westlake at the Bamboo Club.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, at the Bamboo Club. And then on the 21st, I have another event as well in somewhere in Los Angeles. I'm not sure about the details yet, but
Okay.
I will get them soon. But I'm going to be singing and dancing the cumbias, salsa
Oh, that's
type
gonna be
vibes.
dope. Whenever it is that you have any projects that you want promoted, definitely send them our way, and I'll definitely repost them for you.
Thank you.
As well, you're always more than welcome to come back to promote any projects that you have.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask, what would you recommend to any females that are coming out in the industry? Like, how would they get in to do what it is that you're doing? You're
Just
singing, you're dancing.
really just start making. If you want to make your music, get it down, start practicing, invest in good quality microphones, invest in the equipment that you need to be able to like record yourself at home, because that's what I did, and honestly it's changed the way that I think about myself.
Nice.
And just commit to it. Like actually commit to it. You can say that you want to do it all day, but if you don't do anything, it's not going to happen. If you don't go out there and show your face and get out of, wherever you are, it's not going to happen.
Right.
So just commit to it, do it, and find what speaks to you, what you like. People want to see certain things, but at the same time, do you, because people can tell when you're actually doing you.
Absolutely. So the hard-hitting question that I always ask when it comes to artists is independent or label. What is your preference?
Well, right now I'm just independent because, it's only been a year of me doing this.
Yeah,
I don't really have a lot of, stuff out, but I have a lot of features with other artists. I have one song out. I have, a lot of other songs, actually. I just don't have them recorded because I didn't have the means to do it, but now I do, so I need to work on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Would you say that you would prefer the independent route due to creative control?
I mean, if I could get with the label that would allow me to have creative control, that would be great. If they see me
far in between.
I know, but once they see, they see what I'm trying to do, because if it's just with my merengues that I have my mambos that I have coming out, once they see that, if I do get with somebody that likes it and they let me just do me, that would be great. But if not, I don't mind just recording myself and putting my songs out.
And it's always good to have a great team behind you. Obviously your management has you back and forth working, and they're seeing the vision of what you want to bring to life. So they believe in you. So that it's always good to have a team as well.
Yeah.
But again, you are truly, truly amazing.
Thank you.
You are a pillar for all girls out there, especially Afro Latina girls like myself, who need that representation.
Thank you.
So where is it that we can find you on social media platforms?
You can find me on Instagram at CaramelATime1, TikTok as CaramelATime. I'm working on getting a YouTube up.
Oh, you got this, girl. You'll have it up in no time.
Yeah, I just need to get that, but that'll be under the same thing as well, CaramelATime. But pretty much, you can find me under CaramelATime.
What about your bookings? If anybody wants to book you.
If anybody wants to book with me, you can go ahead and reach out to my management team. And David Vegas is a contact. Concerts for you. For you.
Perfect.
I'm sorry.
But you're good. Thank you so much for coming on the DC Power Hour. You are truly a boss babe in your own right.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, guys, and that concludes our episode of the DC Power Hour Boss Babe edition. And tune in next week for another amazing guest that is a boss babe of ours. Until next time.